they change.
Welcome back. Welcome, Jason Gorver from Canada. George, over the last decade, I'm wondering if you could talk about, you're a pioneer of hybrid between digital cinema and practical effects. I'm wondering if you could talk how much that has changed compared to shooting Fury Road with this production. And if we could talk to the actors, this has been a big year, people talking about stunties and actually giving credit to those that actually help you bring physicality on screen. If you could talk about your own physical moments on screen, but also those individuals that actually help make you so heroic on screen. So thank you very much and congratulations on the film.
Thank you. Well, the one thing you can say about cinema is that it's always evolving and changing, and particularly the technology. I mean, I started making films in the analog era with celluloid, where it was quite different. And I was lucky enough to work at the beginning of the digital era, roughly the early 90s, particularly with the Babe films and consequently with the Happy Feet movies, where I really got to understand it a lot. And it's one of the vectors which really drives my filmmaking. Story is above all else, and then it's what tools are now available that we can do this with. And it is really interesting how, even though it's only 9 years, how the tools we used on Furiosa were quite different and more advanced in many ways. The cameras, the pre-visualization of all of those things were at a different level. And no doubt, as the years march on, that will, as we know, that will change. That's one of the fascinations for me about the process.
About the stunts, if somebody...
I mean, listen, no action movie, specifically Mad Max, exists without an absolutely unbelievable stunt department. We had the incredible Guy Norris, who was a stuntman on the first ever Mad Max, leading our second unit that was in charge of all of Stowaway. And beyond that, I think when George and I first had a conversation, it was very important to him that I was willing to throw myself into it as much as I possibly could. But even if you are throwing yourself into it as much as you possibly can, there's somebody that has previs that has tested it, that has taught you how to do it. Like, my stunt double, Haley Wright, is my sister. She has been with me consistently. We met on this movie. She's now one of my best friends in the entire world. Everything that she did, I did too. And the most important thing is, rather than it being an environment of aggression in any way, of like, you have to do this, it was, I love you, I believe in you, you can do this, and I'm going to help you do it in the best possible way that you can. God, I love these stunt people. They're so wonderful. They're so incredible. And you know what? Best people on set. Easy, always.
Can I just add one add-on to what's being said here? The other aspect of what this film represents is that every day we all wake up, or especially George, with the reality that we could injure somebody or kill somebody. So the stunt department isn't just there, as talented as they all are, to madly do something. This is broken down from the get-go. It has a tremendous amount of infrastructure underneath it. And there were 264 women and men on that stunt department. One of the sequences took 79 days to shoot. Every day you're subjected to bad weather, COVID, and just exhaustion. And it's important. Our one priority, led by George, is not to injure anybody. That's our first responsibility. The second is to make the film that we enjoy. I just wanted to...
It doesn't make any sense how safe this film was. It doesn't make any sense at all.